Practical course completely exceeded my expectations. When we actually did the course, it reinforced points that I had never known. So the tutor team and the knowledge, like I said before, is honestly amazing. I think this course has prepared me a lot more than I genuinely expected it to. So my name is Shehan. I'm currently working in A&E. I'm from the UK and I live in Malta right now. So the reason I want to become a personal trainer is actually very different to most people here. So in essence, I kind of don't want to do the specific personal trainer job itself. What I want to do is, as part of my job as a doctor in the future, be able to kind of prescribe exercise plans and prescribe kind of exercise techniques and tell people how to exercise as part of my role as doctor. Because I'm quite interested in doing functional medicine in the future and being able to give more than just tell people to exercise, for example, and just tell them to give them exactly a specific plan. It's something other doctors can't do. A friend of mine was really into personal training, really into fitness, and wanted to be a personal trainer herself. And she told me about it, and she'd done her research. And she'd found this place because of the good reviews, the kind of website. She's just gone on the internet and found like kind of the best reputable place that does personal training courses in Malta. She told me about it. I trusted her opinion. I read the website. I read the testimonials, and I was like, this is a good website. I could use this qualification not just in Malta but around the world. The biggest thing that that kind of influenced me after she told me about it, outside the testimonials, was the kind of all the different authorities that are at the bottom of the website. It made a big difference because that showed me, okay, in most places around the world, I can kind of use this qualification. It's reputable. I can't get a more reputable place than this place, so I'm happy. From my personal experience, the coursework, if anything, I was quite slow. But the moment I emailed back, the moment I kind of did anything, within a day or two, I'd get an email back. They've read over my entire coursework. They've corrected everything. Sometimes even on the day. I was so surprised, genuinely, like how quick everything was. I really was. So the practical course completely exceeded my expectations. When I started, like I said, I thought it was just going to be just learning bench presses, deadlifts, squats, things I've been doing for years, despite my size. But when we actually did the course, it reinforced points that I had never known. Like I'd read a lot of stuff on the internet, for example, and I've read myself, and I've kind of been to the gym for years myself. But when personal trainers who've been doing it in the field for 10 years or 20 years or even 5 years kind of specifically emphasize the points, and for me personally, explain the reasons why. They might be small things, but they even for my own kind of personal health in the future, it could really reduce my chance of specifically back pain or wrist pain or neck pain, and little things that even in my technique were wrong. But then I could see some even big guys, people who've been going to a gym for quite a while, they were being corrected as well. And it quite shows that if, to me, you've got instructors that can not only kind of train people that haven't got that much gym experience, but can train quite big guys who've been clearly going to the gym for quite a while, you know you're in the right place. And that's the honest truth from my end. So the tutor team and the knowledge, like I said before, is honestly amazing. Like I kind of specifically went myself to ask Mike, for example, specifically how he knows so much. Because I would ask, as a doctor, a number of questions which, in the back of my mind, sometimes when I asked it, I thought he might BS it a bit, because he might not know the answer himself. That's my honest thing when I asked some of the questions. But when he gave a response back, specifically Mike actually, I could tell that he knows his stuff, he's read the research himself, and when I specifically read the science, because this is what I do, I read the science, I read the scientific articles afterwards, just for my own understanding, everything he says is in the scientific literature. So it's for my personal benefit, really. Like I really enjoyed the fact that I could ask him specific questions, and the rest of everyone else as well. But from my personal experience, it was him. Like he really knows his stuff well. The skills that I've learned the most are kind of being safe while you're doing a number of exercises. Because if you do a number of exercises wrongly in the gym, you kind of increase your risk of getting a number of medical conditions in the future. which kind of defeats the entire purpose of exercising in the first place. So this is a big benefit out of kind of the last 2 weeks. Another benefit that I've get is kind of developing individualized, personalized exercise programs for clients. And because before I came, I just thought it would be like, there's a basic set of exercises, I can apply this to basically everyone, and it'll make most people, as long as they follow the right diet and sleep, kind of bigger if they want to get bigger or slimmer. But then I think after being in this program, kind of I've learned a lot more of my kind of functional exercises, a lot more kind of balanced exercises. And to be fair, because I did the master program, I learned a lot more than maybe other people. But I learned a lot more kind of coordination exercises, balance. And I really, from my personal perspective, I really like this a lot. Because I think this will benefit patients who are just looking to get healthy, rather than just getting bigger or slimmer or getting bigger bum. I think this course has prepared me a lot more than I genuinely expected it to. Because it's prepared me on the practical aspect of fitness. So as a doctor in the future, if I'm prescribing exercises to specific patients, I've done them myself. I've done them for 2 weeks now intensively. I've gone through all the little exercise, the kind of specific positions you're meant to be in, but also like a wide range of different exercises as well. And I've done all of them myself. So if I kind of tell a patient to do something in the future, I'm relatively fit myself. I've found it either difficult, easy, or reasonable. So I can therefore see the patient in front of me and see, all right, would they be able to do this or not, adapt accordingly. So these 2 weeks have been extremely beneficial for me in that aspect, actually. This course is a really good investment for me. It's just the credibility, actually, in the future as well. Not only the practical aspect, not only the knowledge, not only be able to kind of help with technique in patients in the future. The fact that I will be a recognized personal trainer with specific qualifications in kettlebell training and suspension training and a number of other different types of training gives me that extra credibility that other kind of doctors might not have, extra bit of knowledge that other doctors don't have, the extra bit of practical experience that other doctors don't have, to be able to give that better quality of care to patients that very few doctors actually have out there. And something that I really think is hugely needed in the medical field. So to get some experience like this from people who literally teach exercise every single day, that have studied exercise in university, that literally do it as part of their life, is an invaluable experience for me as a doctor. The fact that I'm doing this personal training course already, the fact that I'm a doctor already, people are already coming to me for advice. And that's not happening. I haven't technically finished the course yet. So I can already feel it, the difference. So in the future, it's only going to start increasing. I don't want to just go down your average specialty, become an average, like a normal GP or a cardiologist or whatever. Something I want to go down is something many people haven't heard of. It's called functional medicine. Okay? And you've got a patient in front of you, and you kind of treat them in a much more natural sort of way, with kind of stress management techniques, exercise prescriptions, dietary advice, things like this, without just giving them a pill, which is kind of a shortcut a lot of the time. And lifestyle advice in a specialized format can really help. So for me, having this personal training qualification, obviously the exercise side of things really will help. Now, this is not the only qualification I'm doing. I've already done a master's in Chinese medicine and acupuncture. I'm doing another diploma as well at the same time in Ayurveda. So in terms of diet, I'll have quite a different qualifications in terms of that. And I'm doing a number of different qualifications for stress management. So I'll have a broad base of knowledge to treat a patient in front of me, and the personal training qualification will just be one of the qualifications to help them.